Are you just getting into woodworking, or you are just DIYing some furniture, or you're getting into a new hobby and looking for a pocket hole jig? In this video, we'll do the unboxing and review of the WorkPro Pocket Hole Jig. Let us start off with the unboxing of this WorkPro Pocket Hole Jig. So inside the box you will get the manual in 5 different languages. Then you have this plastic box which has these sliding locking mechanism, and you flip the lid, and in here are all the things which you need for this pocket hole jig from WorkPro. So we have 20 each of these plastic plugs. Then you have 20 each of coarse screws which are of different lengths, and the lengths are 1 inch, 1 1/4 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inch, and 2.5 inch. Then you also have this Allen wrench for the stop collar, which we are going to use on our drill bit. And you also have the driver bit as well. And of course you have the star of the show, which here is the WorkPro Pocket Hole Jig. Now, there is some weight to it, and the plastic is not flimsy at all. It does seem to be built with good quality plastic, and of course the red and the blue color. Now, this of course does come apart so that you can use it to measure the drill bit depth and also set the depth of the wood you are going to drill into. And of course this here is magnetic, so this snaps into place and then you can clamp it over here as well. As for these holes for the pocket hole, you can see the machining here is good quality. I do not see any loose material on the inside of these holes. And this here is the drill bit. Let us try to push it in. There it is. You can see the operation here is pretty smooth. I do not see any metal pieces on your woodworking when you are using this WorkPro Pocket Hole Jig. So this blue piece is the one which we are going to use to set our drill bit. So first of all, we're going to take out our drill bit, and here it is. You can see the different thicknesses of the wood piece which we are going to drill pocket holes into. So you have 1/2 inch, 3/4, 1 inch, 1/4, and 1.5 inch. You also have it in millimeters as well. And how do you set it? Well, this is the part which you need to match the depth of the wood you're going to drill pocket holes into, not the tip but this part. So let us say if I was supposed to be drilling into 3/4 of an inch material, then I will set my drill bit over here, and then the next thing I'm going to do is put in my collar over here and tighten it with the Allen wrench. And this here is the stop collar which we need to use. So we're going to put it in like this, slide it into place, make sure it is set at whatever depth you want to drill pocket holes to, or the depth of the material in which you are drilling pocket holes. Let us say we are doing 3/4 of an inch, and we next are going to tighten this screw over here using the Allen key which was provided with this WorkPro Pocket Hole Jig. And there it is. It is now snug as a mug over here. Now, as for the actual pocket hole jig, as you saw in the beginning of the video, you have two parts to this actual contraption. Now, here it is. Let us say we are going to drill into 3/4 of an inch. So this is what we need to line up with these two arrows over here. So we're going to do something like this, and we're going to line up the 3/4 with those two arrows. So here it is. This is now lined up with the 3/4 on both the sides, and this side here is in millimeter, this side here is in inches, and of course you have these measurements on both sides. So if I were to flip it over, I have the measurements on both the sides. Just line it up and then we are good to go. Of course, other than 1/2, you also have other measurements in the middle as well which are not numbered. It would have been good had they numbered it, but they are not. So you have lines for 1/2 inch, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, 1 inch. Then you have 1/8, 1/4, 1/3/8, and 1.5 inch marks. And for the millimeters, you have marks for 12, 16, 19, 22, 25, 29, 32, 35, and 38 millimeters. Next up, let us go and drill some pocket holes using the WorkPro Pocket Hole Jig into some 3/4 wood. Now, do note if it seems that the drill bit is not top quality, well, That is because I am using a very old drill, which is like 12 volts, and I do need to upgrade to either a 20-volt drill and something better, which would drill better. But there's nothing wrong with the drill bit, and the pocket holes which are drilled are of decent enough quality. So all in all, a pretty decent investment if you're starting your woodworking hobby. The WorkPro Pocket Hole Jig does what it says, which is makes good enough pocket holes for the DIYer and the beginner woodworker out there.